everyone, I'm Anna Berry, and this is New to the Street. Today, we're speaking with Vulcan Forged. It's your one-stop shop for blockchain and NFT gamers and enthusiasts, empowered by the PYR cross-platform currency. Please welcome its CEO, Jamie Thomson. Nice to see you again, Jamie.
Thanks very much for having me, Anna. Lovely to be back.
All right, so we are in full swing of 2022. Let's talk about the metaverse. How is the metaverse sector looking right now from your end?
Yeah, well, with any market, obviously when the global conditions as they are, with sort of wars popping all over the place, the economy taking a bit of a tank in general, I think most of the hype and fad and trends have been put to the side for the meantime, and unfortunately Metaverse is no exception. I like to say that sort of gamers game, and no matter what the market conditions are, but I think a lot of people have kind of got money on the sidelines, whether it's in crypto or in stocks, and most people are glued to the news at the moment. But yeah, I mean, the Metaverse I still believe has barely started. You know, Facebook has still gone ahead with their big meta change. They've started releasing some new videos of what they're trying to accomplish. So I think 2022, once things have settled down, if they settle down, I certainly believe we're in for a big storm involving it.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about that specifically for you in Vulcan Forged. Yes, the market is very volatile right now. We're in the midst of a full-blown real war. What about the war in the world that you're creating right now? How's your community reacting to this? Do you notice more people jumping in? Do you notice people being more hesitant? What's it like on your end?
Yeah, I mean, first, on a personal point of view, in our company, we've still grown the numbers. I mean, people are joining up, but it's very hard for me to know if that correlation's between sort of our marketing or it's because people don't want to watch the news, they want to play the game. But I mean, you're right. Maybe there is something to this kind of sort of escapism of the metaverse or the gaming, which gets people's minds off it. But our user count's certainly gone up, and of course, when people are in game, we don't really allow any sort of political talk anyway, and people are so focused on the underworld versus Arcadia and all these kind of fantastical sort of creature battles. They don't really go into it much, but yeah, so in a way, maybe perhaps the gaming market will benefit from this more so than others.
Right, a little escapism, if you will. Let's talk about NFTs. I was checking out your site again and noticing you've got a lot new NFTs. What are some trends that you're noticing right now in that market?
Yeah, well, I think I kind of predicted this last year that I think the NFT hype was starting to get very diluted. I mean, once people sort of, I think with any sort of mainstream topic, once people get the idea that it's going to make money, you're going to get every Tom, Dick and Harry jumping in with new collections, new NFTs. I mean, you know, once the Twitter CEO was sort of minting NFTs and everyone was doing it, then obviously a lot of sort of stuff got sort of put to the wayside. But I think now what you're finding is a bit of a trend into the more sort of musical and yeah, music NFTs are certainly taking a big rise in popularity. We ourselves don't specialize in music NFTs, but now I've said that, I feel like I should go straight back and do it because I've noticed a big uptick in the sort of the trending NFT searches. But collectibles are still the big hot topic at the moment. There's something about knowing there's only 5,000 of crazy unicorns or bad monkeys or whatever around the place. People want to collect it, but yeah, we're certainly entering the dilution phase of all this now, and only the cream of the crop will survive.
I agree with that. I see already like a Greco-Roman lute or an oud or something like that you could market really well with your platform.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, sign on up.
Right. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the hype, right? What company do you think will be best placed for this metaverse hype that we're all experiencing? Do you have any that you're particularly following and liking?
Yeah, Vulcan Forged is probably the one I'm backing the most. But no, seriously, what I do believe, I think the company, there are two different sectors. There's one that's going to sort of go for the sort of the new physical technologies, which I think Meta and Microsoft are kind of pushing. The new Oculus, I think they're sort of lowering the price of that, which I think is a great idea in order to sort of provide mass adoption to the whole VR space. So I think you've got that side of the companies, those that manage to get the mass sort of population into buying these devices, they'll do well. Then you've got the whole blockchain and crypto side, which has adopted the word metaverse. And I think it's those that kind of accept that the gaming industry isn't ready for NFTs yet. And you are dealing with a new demographic. You're dealing with people that aren't so interested in crypto or gaming. It's somewhere in between. This whole idea of owning something and sort of moving in a virtual environment by owning it. And how big that market is yet, I still believe it's too early to see. But because we're not a Q4 last year where it was just expanding rapidly and this blow off top of hype. So we shall see this year how it progresses. But I think the companies that are honest with themselves and the demographic are going to be the ones that come out of this.
Jamie, talk a little bit about your PYR token and your cross-platform currency you guys have, and the pay-to-play aspect of your company.
Yeah, play to earn. Yeah, pay to play is probably what we want to kind of avoid, because that means it's like it's a high barrier to entry. So we kind of use a lot of, I wouldn't say failed tokenomics, but we use a lot of mistakes by other companies, I suppose, with this whole play to earn economy in order to help fine tune what we're doing. I mean, before, a lot of companies were very much like, you play this game, you earn money, and it attracts a lot of users, but then where's that money coming from? So it results in this enormous pyramid scheme where someone's always paying for the next person in it. So a lot of companies, not just ourselves, we've adopted this way that people, they do earn, but after a certain amount of playing and they reinvest the money. A lot of incentives to do that. And of course, that's all done with PYR, which is our token, of course. And yeah, so I think the new word's going to be GameiFi this year. I think the play to earn, all the companies, including ourselves, are kind of trying to avoid that a little bit now, because it puts a focus on, I'm only playing for money. There's no gaming, there's no enjoyment in it. And that may be the case, but we don't want to sort of reinforce that stereotype as much.
All right, there you have it. Play to earn and GameiFi. That might be on trend coming up this summer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, tell us where our audience can find you, Jamie.
Twitter, Vulcan Forged, you'll find us there. We're verified, and you can't miss us. And drop in our Discord at VulcanVerse if you want to say hello. And we're always welcome new people into our community.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us again on New to the Street. We look forward to seeing you again with some future updates.
Super. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching.